Good morning, good morning, good morning, Libras. Welcome, welcome. How are you guys doing? Hey, this is the 26th, and you guys are getting a fresh reading. I love doing readings on the 26th. This is for the 26th through the 1st. This means the energies are right on the mark today, so you guys got blessed today with a live on top reading. So I hope this resonates with you. I hope something helps you. I hope something grows you to where you need to go for your purpose and your calling. So I don't have any announcements this morning other than I have a new deck. And I'm going to use this deck for the Divine's card. And people are saying, what do you mean by the Divine's card? That means that it's the Divine's message to you. Then we go to current energies and future energies. Okay. A lot of tarot readers go from past, present, future. I don't go to the past because we can't change that. If we were doing a one-on-one reading, I might go a little bit to the past to tell me a little bit about yourself. However, this is a general reading, so that may not even resonate with a lot of people. Plus, the Divine has a message for everybody, but each day it's different depending on our journey and our challenges and what we're going through. So this definitely is going to be a message for somebody. I don't know who, but hopefully it'll help and grow you to where you need to go, want to go, and desire to go. All right, so let's get started. I already have Divine's card out. This deck is so high in light and energy. I love it. Oh my gosh, really? Seriously? I'll tell you in a minute why I said that. But it's just, I love it. I wish I could use it for everything because the energy is so light. It is so powerful. I just love this deck. Love it, love it, love it. You'll see me use a lot of Colette, Baron-Reid. If you're new, this is the new Oracle of the 7 energies. Whoops. It totally great energies. If you're a reader, you might want to pick up that Oracle. It's really good. All right, so I have the current energies. I have the Divine's energy. Let's get the future energies and go from there. Any other announcements? Now, the full moon is come and gone. The full moon energies are still playing a little bit, probably through today, tomorrow, and those energies will sort of go. So if you're feeling some conflict going on in these last few days or last week, that's the full moon. There are a lot of energies happening with planets changing signs, however, so you might want to go and watch that because that's going to play through the end of the month and the beginning of the month. A lot of signs. So that brings more power than the actual full moon because you've got Saturn and Uranus moving, and they're completely different energies. One's more radical, free-flowing. The other one is more structural. Saturn's structural. Uranus is more free-flowing, more independent kind of a thing. So it's a great combination. However, there's still a little bit of push me, pull me in there. All right. So I did put a link down below to watch that. If you want to watch, I'd at least watch the first part when I talk about the differences and what's going on with the planets. Definitely is really going to play through this week. Huge, huge, huge. All right. All right. So let's see what we've got going. So the first oracle out, and for those that are brand new to tarot, oracles are sort of like a theme card deck, and then we have the actual tarot deck. So getting the theme of what this week might be bringing for you, and then we'll go to the tarot deck to see what's going specifically for you. All right. So we have the power move, and that is the number 6. In numerology. Isn't that beautiful? Gosh, whoever does this art, I gotta read more. This is why I'm only doing this one card with this deck, is because I haven't researched the deck enough. And I haven't, looked into it very much. I stay with her because I know her energies, so I love this. But let's see what she says about the powerful move, okay? So it's got a chess piece on top, and I don't play chess, so I have no idea if this could be the king or checkmate or queen or whatever. So if you play chess, you got more on me, but it's got wings, and it's going to fly. So let's see what the energy of this card is for Colette. Very beautiful. Again, it's the number 6. It's the number 15, but it turns to number 6 in the energies. or in the numerology, excuse me. So with this card, it's time for rest is over. Changes in the air. This is a powerful time when deliberate action is needed to move your intentions out of the realm of thought and into material for ideas into actions. How do you approach your relationship in the invisible world as it influences the visible? Think about that for a second. It is very true. Do you see the relationship? Do you recognize yourself as a unique, whole, and worthy being who has a special place in the world, whose offerings are valuable and whose life has meaning? You are mighty. You are a mighty co-creator, so step into the power, see your intentions, and manifest in the world. Real positive change is possible when you make choices from the authentic sense of self and take conscious step towards your dreams. This is what I teach, folks. This is what I teach. This is what I coach day in and day out to people. This is, my daughter gets tired of hearing it, you know, but the thing is, the invisible world that they're talking about is the second dimension. What she's talking about is that has more power than the visible world, and that is what moves us. That's our spirit. Spirit and soul together move. And if we start from here, that's our head, and we think, oh, our head's going to move us. Oh, there's nothing that's really going to move us. Okay, so where does hope come from? Where is faith? Where do our dreams come from? This is not from our head. This is from our heart. This is from who we are as a person, a creation. Okay, this is who we are individually. That's why we're all different. So this powerful move is looking at to where your purpose, where your calling is in a positive, light manner to a higher self, to bring yourself to a higher self, to bring yourself to a positive, no low vibrational. I can't do it. I doubt that I can do it. And here's the next card, because this is why I'm saying what I'm saying, because we have the water fairy feelings and emotions. This is your head that gets in the way of allowing that powerful move to move you forward. And moving you forward is the invisible. It is the second dimension. It is divine. It is God. It is the universe. Okay? That is, if you have that flowing in you, you definitely are flowing forward. But when your feelings and emotions get in the way, we end up allowing everything else to control us rather than us control our feelings and emotions. Because a lot of the times that things that we want are not good for us, but we want them anyway, like a big piece of chocolate cake all the time. That's not good for us. In moderation, not a problem. But the problem is us human side want things so much that actually can be toxic to our lives or our health or anything around us. And believe it or not, there's a ripple effect to everything that we do. All right. So feelings and emotions get in the way of the invisible world. And then we actually end up in a kerfuffle because we have a spiritual human mind fight. And that's the number 10. So the number 10 is about feelings and emotions have to be sort of put aside to see what it is that divine or God or universe is trying to do in your life to keep you moving. And the future energy is the dragon. What does that say? That says power and strength. How many times do I tell you guys who keep watching me that the divine's card and the universe card is definitely the same thing? Okay, there's power and strength in the invisible, the supernatural. I'm sorry, I've had too many supernatural, paranormal events happen in my life that I understand it, I respect it, and I follow divine. Totally, totally, totally. Okay, that is also the number 6. Number 6. I'm telling you, the universe and the divine, if people don't really pay attention, there is so much power in the unseen, you just don't get it. You just don't get it. These two are intertwined and will always be together. But that's your future card. To get the power and the strength to believe, the courage. Strength is courage also. It's very hard to be, you know, it's like people tell me, wow, you're really strong. I'm like, no. Divine gives me the courage. And then it looks like I'm strong. Trust me, I could be shaking in my boots inside sometimes, but they'll say, well, you have the strength of, you know, whatever. And it's like, that's just the divine giving me the courage to do something. Trust me, there's times where I doubt, and it's like, okay, but I'm going to listen and I'm going to do it. And every time I do, I move forward and I leap and bounce, and he gives me abundance. It's amazing. But there are times when I want my feelings to get and emotions to get in the way, which I did this last week with a reading. There was a bunch of live people in the chat, and somebody popped on, and I failed a test because my feelings and emotions got in the way of rather than listening to what he was sharing with me. And I went with that and I failed the test. And I hope and pray that person pops up again so that I can actually share something. And it wasn't a big thing to somebody else, but it was huge to me because it dealt with me actually putting my feelings and emotions and assuming before I actually got the facts. See, I can even do it as an empath because I'm human. I'm human. We all make mistakes. I'm human, just like you guys. Libras. We're also in September too, so. All right, so just know that when your feelings and emotions get in the way, it's like when anger starts to, or frustration starts to come up. If you check that, it's like, okay, why am I getting mad? Why am I getting angry? You know, what trigger just got pushed? If you can quickly analyze in your brain, that's how fast your brain works. You can do that in a second. Okay, why am I getting angry? Do I really need to get angry? Do I have to be angry? Why am I getting angry? All that kind of stuff. All right, so that's really something that needs to be addressed, definitely, if if things are rising up and you find yourself getting out of control and your feelings and your emotions are taking over. Diffuse, 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 diffuse. All right, so we almost got your spread here. Definitely. It's all over the place this week. Now, that might be because of the planets that are moving around up there and changing signs this week. A lot of changing signs. Oh, I got 2 cards. 3 cards. Okay, well, we'll see what we're going to do with those. First card out was this, and then I'm going to leave those 2 to the side. Oh, my. If you could see my desk here, I've got like 10 sets of cards because as I go over them and look at them, I feel the energies of them, of which one I'm going to use. You'll see me use this one a lot in the beginning because I have really good resonation with energies with this deck. And so I always like to start out with great positive energies. So you'll see me use some decks over and over because of the energies that they carry. So your first card out is the 10 of Cups. 10 of Cups is a beautiful card to start out with. This is a very positive card. This is a very powerful card. Okay. This is a very, these 2 are number 10s. Okay. These 2 are number 10s here. But this is a very positive card to start out with because it starts out with hope and faith and knowing that things are going to change. And your movement card from the divine says, you've got to move. I cannot help you if you are not moving. Whether it's your dreams, whether it's work, whether it's whatever it is, you've got to move and allow the second dimension divine to work and to move forward for you. So if you're not sure in making a decision about something, then you actually just make a decision and go with it. And as you make that decision and go with it and move forward with it, because you're telling yourself, I'm going to move forward. The Queen of Wands is going to say, I'm going to move it forward. And as you begin to move forward, I'm just telling you how the second dimension works. As you begin to move forward, whether you're like, should I have done this or not, you're going to get an energy inside you or something inside you say, man, I shouldn't have gone this way. You need to stop it and go the other way. Or maybe you start moving this and then you get a light feeling and a joyful feeling. Well, and wow, this I'm really glad I went this way. That is divine saying, because if anything brings you joy, that's the right way to go. If it starts to give you confusion, if it starts to give you like doubt, if it starts to give you that, Sometimes it's your feelings and your emotions, which you got to put aside. You have to look at, okay, and you have to ask and get confirmation. Is this the way that you wanted me to go? I need a confirmation. I need a sign. I need something, because my feelings are getting in the way here. You know, we can do that. It's okay to ask. Hey, I'm really confused here. Did I go the right way? Is this the person that I really should be with? Because I'm sort of getting a feeling. And that's okay, because that is definitely okay, because we got the number 10 starting out. Something is ending, something is beginning. Okay? And this, your cups are all about your hearts and your desire of your heart. And 10 has something to do with ending something. It's sort of like when we have to sacrifice something to get something. That's happening. It's in the process. It's in the works. Somebody's talking about something new that's coming up, or should they let something go, or should they stay with it? Should they let this partner go? Should they stay with them? Okay. It also might be for your work, because we got two queens. We got the Queens of Wands and we got the Queens of Wands. The Queen of Wands and the Queen of Pentacles together. Now, the Pentacles are all about your career, your path, and things that are going to come that are going to bring you financial stability, that kind of a thing. But somebody is on the fence because they're just struggling with what's going on. Now, this could also be that you're struggling with somebody. And okay, thank you. So you may be struggling with somebody, and the problem is too much feelings are getting in the way. Too many emotions are getting in the way. And that's what happens when people fight, or when people argue. I should have closed that door. Sorry. We just got new neighbors yesterday, and I'm just like, oh my gosh. So that baby keeps crying. Yeah. I'm not letting my feelings and my emotions get in the way. No, I'm not. We're going to keep moving forward. Anyway, so feelings and emotions, you got to look at the facts. Okay, got to look at the facts. So this is the thing that you need to really look at. And once you begin to do that, you look at the facts. This number 5, which is unstable territory, unstable energies, it's sort of like unstable air. Like when you're in an airplane, and the unstable air, because I fly planes. So I used to fly planes. I should say that. I used to. The unstable air creates turbulence. It's a little bumpy. That's what your feelings and emotions are doing. And you're making it a little bumpy. Rather than looking at the facts, saying, okay, how can I correct this? How can I help this situation to calm down and be more peaceful? This is all about communication to get to the 10 of Cups. Okay, it is all about communication to get to the 10 of Cups. Definitely, because you've got at the very end, well, let me do this. You've got these 3 cards side by side, guys. Okay, so you have the 5 of Wands, you have the 4 of Swords, and then you have the 7 of Wands, right? Yeah. So there's a lot of kerfuffling in here. There's just, and it's more confusion. And the reason why kerfuffling to me is fighting, arguing, you know, a little bit of a mess going on. And the number 4 of Swords is about trying to get some rest in between. It's sort of like when you've got to catch your air. It's when you're in an argument and you're heated and you're going at each other, which it shouldn't be. There's ways to never be in an argument or fight. But the thing is that you got to come up for air, and you got to be able to take a time out, take a time to rest, and get your grounding back. And that grounding has to be more factual. That's where the power and the strength comes in for this future energy, because it takes courage and strength to step back and say, I got to analyze why we're fighting, why we're doing this, or where are we going with this? Where are we moving with this? And this fighting could just be yourself. You could be just really struggling with yourself on something, and it takes courage to stop and say, whoa, wait a minute. Let me sit here and think this out. Not in your brain, but in your heart. And really pay attention to what your heart is saying, because that's where the truth is. Because that's your soul, and that's where spirit lies. All right. So whatever this is going on with you, you definitely got to look at facts more than your feelings and emotions. It's like, I'll give a hypothetical. When I give hypotheticals, by the way, they're usually true from some point aspect in my life. So I've gone through it, been through so much, so much. My daughter's like, what have you not gone through? What have you not done? And she learns every day there's always something new. So these hypotheticals are actual events that have happened in my life. So again, there is a person that they're so into their head and feelings and emotions that they cannot even see the truth. Truth is really hard to swallow. Really, because the truth is fact. Okay, the truth is fact. So if I say the sky is blue and you say the sky is red, and really the sky is black because the universe is just sending light down, we're both wrong. No, just joking. But anyway, that's a personal thing. That is an earthly thing. Because it's based on our opinions. When I'm talking about absolute truth, I'm talking about the unseen divine truth. Okay, so if somebody gets defensive, and this is the hypothetical, somebody gets defensive because you just share some information, whether it's about them or not, they take it personal and they get angry, they get defensive, and it's like, dude, I wasn't even talking about you. So their mind has gone to a place that is low vibrational, low lies, and it's not even true, it's not even factual, rather than if I say, hey, let me tell you, in divine's world, the truth. You get angry because you're so scared. You're so scared. You have so much fear in you and bitterness in you and anger because of fear and because of your core foundation is from your childhood was broken. And as I know this person, they've been extremely abused. They've lived in the foster home. The foster home abused them, blah, 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 blah. So they're very fearful. But if you say that, no, I'm not, no, I'm not, no, I'm not. So they're not looking at the actual truth. They're just in their head about their feelings and their emotions. This is the way it is. And I'm like, dude, you got to change that thinking process because nothing's working out for you. Nothing's working out for you. And the reason why it is, and I used to be this way, guys. Nothing was working out no matter how hard I would work, how hard I'd push, how hard I would work my buns off. Nothing would work out. And then I would try something different because they say insanity is if you keep trying something over and over and expect different results, that's insanity. So I would try different things. Nothing would work. Nothing would work. Nothing. Then all of a sudden, I changed my mindset, a 180 to the spiritual realm, to divine. Okay, what do I do? How do I go? Which way do I go? And I would listen, and I sometimes it happened immediately, and then sometimes it would, like buying my store, happened immediately. Boom, 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 boom. He wanted me to do the store. I didn't want to do the store. He says, I want you to do the store. So finally I give in and I do the store, and boom, 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 boom. I get a store, I get money, I get going, and boom, 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 boom. But the thing is that we got to listen, got to have faith that is going to be working out that way. I don't know who that's for, but I let my feelings and emotions get in the way. And then I failed the test, and then I have to take that test over and over again. So I will be tested again from that reading I did with all the people in there. And what happened, I will be tested again, and it will be very soon because he knows now I screwed up. But we have to just keep moving. That's the whole thing. We need to keep moving. So this reading here is that, I got a hair floating around on me somewhere. There it is. This reading is about that, moving forward to get this. And it will come. I will guarantee whatever you want in life closely, that is realistically and potentially available to you through your skills, through your talents, through your whatever your desire is, through your passion and through your ambition will come. But you gotta listen. You gotta listen. Yeah. Again, we got to listen because this is all about communication. This is all about figuring things out. This is all about moving forward, okay, in the spiritual realm, understanding that God will help you, will protect you, will provide for you, everything. Been there, done that. Been in the world, thought I could do it all. I was homeless. I was, you know, screwed up. I lost everything twice. My world was like this. My challenges were even bigger. My decisions and choices were poorer. And when I turned it 180 and said, okay, you take the wheel, you take control, because I can't seem to do it. And bam, boom, 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 boom. Anyway, because we have the 5 of Cups and another 3 of Swords. So somebody definitely is on the low end of this vibrational energy. Somebody is down in the dumps. Somebody is struggling. Somebody is, whatchamacallit? Interesting. Okay, thank you. Sorry, he was giving me download. Somebody is actually in the low vibrational thinking process, doubting, self-worth, self-esteem is low, that kind of a thing, because it looks like maybe recently you might have been hurt. Something might have happened to have you lose that or get, oh, somebody's angry at divine, totally angry at divine, saying, you know what, if there was a divine, why would he allow this? If there was a divine, why would he do this? If there was a divine, or if there was God, why would they, blah, 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 blah. Because there's a lesson in it. And if it's been a repeated lesson for somebody because he's trying to tell somebody over and over and over again that this has to change. The other thing about the Queen of Wands is she's got a little bit of a shadow side, dark side. We all do. However, she loves to go around and be a flutterbug. She's like a little butterfly, woo, telling everybody everything. Okay, and she's the one that likes to gossip. Okay, if that is somebody in your circle or your work circle, that's something as a low vibration you want to stay away from, because you can pull in those energies, and then before you know it, you're doing it. Or you can pull in those energies and they can manifest to a negative energy. So maybe somebody's talking bad about somebody, and then now you've got an opinion without even knowing that person, without knowing the facts, and then you go and you expect that person to be that way. People do that all the time. I mean, in business, you got to have a hard shell, because people are going to talk smack about you all the time. Because you know why people talk smack about you and gossip about you? Because they're jealous or they want what you have. There is a gentleman this weekend I listened to, love him, commented on his stuff. We chatted back and forth a little bit. He's an inspirational speaker, and he said, my grandma, how did he say that? He said, a thief will steal. How did he say that? His grandma gave it to him. And maybe if somebody knows this, please post it in the comments, because I think it needs to be shared for everybody. A thief will steal your joy. How did he say that? A thief will steal your joy, and a thief will not rob an empty house. So when somebody is gossiping or jealous or envious or whatever, they're trying to steal your joy. And the thing is that you can't steal your joy because it's given to you inside. They'll talk smack about you. People will talk smack about you all the time. This world is full of smack and crack and all kinds of stuff. But the thing is that they will talk bad about you, but you get that tough skin, because you know what? They're talking bad about you because you have something they don't have and want. You know, when they tried to smash my business almost closed because of the gossip out there. And you know who was doing it most of the time? My competitors. My competitors. And so people would come and they're like, as soon as I would tell them, don't listen to the gossip, and they knew me, they could come back to my business. But the thing is, gossip kills, because if you do not have the strength and the courage to stand up and have a tough skin, and I'm talking about the younger generation now, you're going to have a tough skin coming up in this world, because, man, there is a lot of smack out there, and there is a lot of crap and a lot of crack and a lot of crud. You're going to have to, you guys that are in your 20s and early 30s, you got to have a really strong skin, because you know what? That is what Divine's saying is going to keep you moving forward. Be the example, other than that negative vibration. Oh, I feel like I'm preaching. Oh my God. But it is the low vibration that is keeping these people in the gossip. These are the low vibrations you don't want to be around. These are the people that, talk bad, talk this or that. Everybody's got a flippant opinion. However, don't fall short in that. Wow. Okay. Thank you. So remember, these two cards fell when I was pulling your reading, right? Okay, this is that somebody is going to feel left out, and then two people are going to come together. Like minds come together. Positive thinking comes together. Like minds will pull and move forward together because they're goal-based and they're more positive. And what happens, guys? Light oversees shadow. Light oversees dark. Okay, so these two people are going to move. You will lose somebody. And that is because you don't want to hang around those low vibrations. And that might be even a family member. That might even be a family member. So it's very uncomfortable because it's the number 5. It is very uncomfortable to split a friendship or marriage or whatever. I don't like to condone. I really don't like to condone divorce. There's ways to work things out because, divorcing is a choice. Falling in love is a choice. Getting married is a choice. Staying in love is a choice. Trying to work it out is a choice. Those kind of things. And divorce is the most detrimental choice that you have to make because you still have that soul tie. Even if that paper says you're divorced, your souls are still tied together. Anyway, and that's why these two here. But the thing is, it's uncomfortable to let somebody go. I've had to leave a lot of people go. And then later they want to come back, and I have to analyze if I'm going to let them back in or not. Because have they grown? Have they changed? Have they evolved to a lighter self? If they haven't, I'm saying, you know what? Thank you, but I've got to keep my arm's distance. Okay. So somebody's going to, and this is hard for people because when you do that, somebody's going to say, oh, well, now you think you're all high and mighty and all that kind of stuff. And you're not. You're changing and evolving. They're not. Okay. That gossiper at work, that, one that's not happy but has been there 25 years, the one that just hangs out and just complains about the job but stays. If you complain about the job and you don't like it, if you complain about the school or the classes or the career that you're in and you don't like it, there's opportunities galore out there. Change. Because you're keeping yourself in that low vibration. You're fighting. Gosh, it's just fighting. Okay. This card here, the 7 of Wands, is your challenge card. So this means that somebody stands up for themselves. And the thing is, your challenge card, somebody is not standing up for themselves. Somebody is not standing up for, maybe they want to believe in the second dimension. It's like people, it's like, oh, well, you do tarot, don't you? I thought you believed in God. I thought you believed in Jesus. I do. But I will definitely sit there and have a big discussion with you why I do what I do. Because tarot is not evil. Tarot is not satanic. Tarot can be used in many ways. And actually, the original tarot was done in light, not dark. But people turned it dark. So it's just a tool. It's just a tool. What do you believe in anyway? If you believe in God, then this shouldn't bother you. If you believe in Jesus Christ, this shouldn't bother you. If you believe in the universe, this shouldn't bother you. Anyway, people will talk. People will talk smack. And you have to have, my competitors, I had to get a lawyer and cease and desist the stuff. And you know what? People who knew me, Patty, stayed with my business. Because they knew I don't do the crap that they said that I did. Anyway. This is just a really powerful reading. 34 minutes. Wow. I don't know, Libras. There's a lot of energies going on with feelings and emotions. Okay, so we've got planets going Aquarius energy. They're in Aquarius energy. Aquarians are really not really super emotional. Then we've got the Leos moving into Leo, and Leo is a loving planet and loves to love and all that kind of stuff. Then we have Saturn and Uranus, and you've got energies that are very individual, free-flowing. You've got structure. You've got Saturn's very structure, and let's, make sure we say we got to have both. We got to have both. However, there is going to be a conflict. So you've got to really, really, really know yourself in your higher self to keep moving, know which way to go. And nobody's going to move me. Nobody's going to move me to go to this lower vibration. I will fail, or I won't fail. Excuse me. I don't like that word. I will sort of learn a lesson that I'm going to have to learn over again. If you want to use fail, that's fine. I failed a test, kind of a thing. That is the lesson I'm going to have to learn again. And if I didn't catch it the first time, he's going to keep replaying that over and over because he wants to move me forward. He wants me move me to the next level. He can't do it unless I get the test and I understand what he's trying to do. And I really did understand what he was trying to do after I logged off and I prayed and meditated. What did I miss? What did I miss? I went to my daughter because she's a younger one that's in your generations, a lot of you guys, 20s, 30s. And I said, this is where I think I lost it, messed the message. And she's like, yep. And I said, this is what I think I did. This is what I think I should have done. She goes, yep. She goes, you didn't learn the lesson. But now you got it. So next time you'll know. So definitely. So when the test comes, I'll be ready. I'll be ready. All right. This is a long reading, guys, but I don't know who this is for. This is a powerful pact. This is going to be a life-changing, I guess maybe that's why he's got it so important and saved you guys for right now, the 26th, these energies on the 26th through the 1st. And he saved you guys, saved Libras for this because it is so powerful for your future movement. I don't know who this is for, but I have major goosebumps. So I guess what I really need to maybe have you think about is, are you moving forward in your feelings and emotions? Or are you moving forward saying, okay, Divine, you show me. Which way do I go? Which way do I move? And are you moving or are you stuck? So if you're moving, great. You got to just even move a big toe forward. It's like, I am so freaking scared. I don't know what to do. Which way do I go? Which way do I? So strength and courage is definitely there, and the power is given to you, and you will have a sign or confirmation. Doesn't matter. Just move. You will have a sign or confirmation which way it will go, because you will either feel joy in that decision or you're going to feel like, I don't know if I should have did this. Then you ask for confirmation again. I'm moving this way. I ask for confirmation again. Ask confirmation, be a sign. Have somebody tell you something or show me something, or you can be specific to them. Hey, you need to show me something in, like, somebody's got to say the word fart today, and that's the sign. You can do that. You can ask for specifics because you have to pray in specifics, because this is a concern. This is a concern because you really are thinking low vibrational. Somebody is. Now, this might not resonate with you, but you may know somebody, so please share the video if you think it is, because this is where we have to stop. We really, as all human beings, need to stop acting just from our feelings and our emotions, because a lot of the times those are lies. You ever think of it that way? Because it's all opinion. Okay, and it's not sometimes the truth. Divine truth is what you need. So we act on feelings and emotions, and then we regret it. We say things that we don't mean. We've got to stop and think. We have to have the power and the strength. Power. We have the power and the strength to say, stop. Not going to say anything because I don't want to say anything to hurt anybody's feelings. But no, we for some reason feel like we have to speak out or do or act because this me world that we're in, rather than getting another perspective. Whenever I start to do that lately, I think, okay, that person, you know, maybe they're going through a death. Maybe they're going through, you know, because when people get angry, especially over angry, that's a brokenness of fear in their life. All right. Anyway, I'm going to keep repeating myself. All right, real quick, you guys, Libras, I'm going to do love and relationships. But if something else comes through, definitely I'm going to, share it. Okay, fine. Jeez. Okay. I don't think this is for love. Definitely. I do not think this is for love. I think the other one is, definitely. So we have the Metal King. Okay. And these are good words, because this again is the number 10. And it says the Metal King is about discipline, armor, and boundaries. This is your challenge card, guys. Somebody is allowing somebody to step over their boundaries, or it doesn't even have boundaries. As a sexual abuse victim way back, I didn't have boundaries. I let anybody do anything. And I would actually, when I started dating, it's like, oh, okay, you know, you want me to sleep with you, then you show me that you love me. Oh, okay, that's how it works. Okay, so let's go. You know, I didn't know. I had no boundaries because I was broken. I was completely broken because my thought process was messed up from thinking different ways. Discipline is huge. When I was bodybuilding and competing, let me tell you how much discipline you got to have to do that. Holy Toledo, that taught me during that time. And I think Divine was telling me and showing me, you have it in you to be disciplined. But that's your challenge card. You got to stand up for your beliefs, your integrity, your morals, and everything that you strongly believe in a high vibration, high self. Okay, definitely. This is the number 10. Those old boundaries, those useless boundaries are going to go away. The old boundaries that were not there are going to go away. And now you're going to be standing up for yourself. You're going to turn the sucker around. Definitely. Okay. So that is for somebody. This is definitely, and your armor is the invisible bubble or the armor that you put on. It's basically, if you go into Bible and stuff like that, you'll hear the armor of God, and they'll talk about the helmet, what that means, that piece of armor, the chest plate, what the belt, what the shoes, those kind of things. Each piece has a meaning. The helmet of truth, righteousness and honesty and blah, 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 blah. Okay. So, but the Lover's card is the sun dancers, joyful activities, celebration of life, and abundance. That's what you need to be focusing in on. If you're in a relationship, dating, or anything else, that's what you should be focusing in on, is the joyful sides of the relationship. All right. The joyful sides of the relationship. All right. And your commitment is being tested. So the joyful side, because a lot of people look at the negative side. So you have to look at the joyful side, because that's the positive and that's the pros and that's the things that we want to look at more. So if we look at more positives, give 5 positives in a day to your partner, you're dating. Hey, I was just thinking of you, because you just make me smile. Simple as that. Give 5 compliments or show 5 compliments that you care and love that person. Know their love language and give to that love language. Feed that love language, because with that love language, you can actually grow that person to a higher level. And also too, this is what we seek. We seek joy, not happiness. Joy is internal and happiness is external. All right. So, and that depends on how far you're committed in the relationship and how much investment you have in a relationship and how much you want to put, because it's a choice. It's all a choice. Life is choices, period. And which way you decide to choose to go, you can be joyful or you can be negative, unhappy, you can be unfulfilled, whatever. You have a choice. And there is a guidebook to do that, and Divine will show it to you if you just let him show it to you. Let him take the wheel. Let him take the wheel for a month and see what life does and how it changes, because it will change. Definitely will change, because I know mine did. Instead of spiraling down, I started spiraling up. All right. This is your reading, guys. It's been a long one. I do apologize, but this definitely had to be a message for somebody. I don't know who it's for. However, keep moving. That's all I'm going to say is keep moving forward. Keep looking to the light. Keep looking to love. Keep looking to truth, absolute truth. Just keep looking that way, and you'll be surprised at how different your life takes. And you leave and release. We're in the waning moon, so release those people that are talking gossipy, negative, keep you down. All their stories the same. This person that I was telling you about, same story a year ago, same story now, doesn't want to change, wants to stay stuck. Even if you give them ideas, they're not going to listen because they want to stay stuck and they want to have something to complain about. Don't want to be around that energy. Lift yourself up. Like minds. You need to be around like minds. All right. All right, guys. Libras. Woo, what a week. Definitely take care. I hope to see you on the 2nd, and we will see you next week. Take care. Walk in absolute truth and love. Love you guys.